Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Story Mode, Final Fantasy XIV, PlayFrame, etc. General Reborn tells me that it's my responsibility to make you all hype, so get hype everyone, we're going for a fight! Hello, good morning. Anyway, we're going to go for a fight. So, be hyped though. Edelstein, we're ready for a fight! Is it Edelstein or Edelstein? It's probably Edelstein, right? I guess it depends on what language we're derived from here, but whatever. Edelstein would send you forth to commence the penultimate phase of Operation Archon. You've rekindled the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts, and for this I thank you. And now the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Reborn awaits you at Castrum Meridianum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you're up to the task. Godspeed, Sergeant Durrami. Why, thank you. I'm ready for a good fight. Now, where is this place? I see the searchlights, but the fog, you see. This is definitely one of the highest level areas in the base game of A Realm Reborn. Again, I'm now way higher level than this content, so this stuff is not aggroing to me, but it would be otherwise. You're looking chill. Are you sure you're hype? Our hero returns. I trust that your visit has done much to lift the spirits of our garrison on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Let's do. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by news of the siege at Castrum Meridianum, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum XIV and Castrum Meridianum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Oxidens, Meridianum, and Orions thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Sentry, and that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Minfilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there'd be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there's liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer Dermot Durrami. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Dermot, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Dermot and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops, prepare for battle! Oh, you're also here. Hi. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The unenviable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades! For Eorzea! For Eorzea! Go now, Dermot, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Can do. Might need 6 or 7 others to get the job done, but it'll happen. We're going in. Actually, before we go in, I feel like, you know, for both, we're going to park for a second again and do another little story time because this Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium both have something of a reputation in this game, and I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing. Like, I've heard rumors that there's going to be some changes to these 8-man fights at the end of A Realm Reborn. I don't know if it's, like, confirmed or not, but I wouldn't be surprised because, you see, hang on, gotta sit, can't talk unless I sit. There we go, okay. So, the thing about these 2 dungeons is that the last 2 fights we're going to be doing, Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium, are the 2 final bosses, like the final big climaxes of A Realm Reborn's main story. And they are jam-packed with cutscenes throughout. Like, the end of this story basically takes place, or a large part of it takes place, in each of these 2 dungeons, which is pretty cool on paper. The problem is, though, that once you have seen the story on offer inside Castrum Meridianum or Praetorium, you're probably not going to want to have to sit through all that story again if you are having to run these dungeons a second time. So once a player has managed to get through these 2, there's not a whole lot of motivation to go back through unless you're just really dying to see the story. But you do still have always, every day, new players who are playing through A Realm Reborn who are needing to get through these dungeons to proceed with the story, and they need a party of 8 people to do it. So, the only way to make that happen, without forcing them to go out and just somehow find a bunch of people to join, is by providing old players, veteran players, an incentive to come back through these 2 dungeons. And veteran players are offered an incentive for doing it. However, that kind of creates a new emergent problem, because now, veteran players, who don't want to have to watch all the scenes again, but do want to reap those cool rewards, are going to skip all of the cutscenes, which means if you want to see the story, then you're basically deciding, all right, I'm just not going to take part in any of the fights in the dungeon, because by the time I'm done watching all of these cutscenes, the dungeon's going to be over. And it really just kind of wrecks the whole experience, so that's not great. So, a duct tape fix was applied, which is basically the cutscenes in this dungeon, as opposed to cutscenes in just about every other part of the game, cannot be skipped. Now, that, you would think, would mean, like, okay, there's no way veterans are going back through a dungeon that takes a long time and has a bunch of unskippable cutscenes. The rewards that veteran players are offered for going back through these things are quite high. Basically, the Final Fantasy XIV team has created a very special queue, a very special roulette that players can enter once a day that is going to put you in one of these 2 dungeons, and when you complete that dungeon, you will get a big reward, like a third of a level of experience, even if you're like way far into the game, plus a bunch of resources that are great for really high quality gear, great rewards for doing these once per day. And that duct tape fix has kind of worked. Players are going through these things every day and bringing a book or doing their laundry or something, bringing something else to do during all of the long cutscenes. It's not a great, elegant fix, but it has worked for now. This is why I would not be surprised if these dungeons were overhauled in the future, because they're a pretty rough spot. Like, Square would later learn, okay, you can't put big, important story cutscenes in the middle of a dungeon. That just does not work. And they found much better solutions to that problem since then. But until they decide to fix these 2, this is what we've got. And the end result is veteran players are very good at steamrolling through these 2 dungeons as fast as possible whenever there's not a cutscene playing. They have optimized it to the extreme. So, given that we're going to be putting together our own party here, I doubt we're going to be charging through quite as fast, as bonkers fast as most players do, but if you're just queuing for this dungeon normally, and you're not knowing what to expect, you are going to be in for quite a surprise when the rest of your party starts running these two dungeons very unlike people would run dungeons anywhere else in the game. These are weird dungeons, and they have quite a infamous reputation within the Final Fantasy XIV community. Anyway, I need to put a crew together so we can run this dang thing and take the fight to the Empire. Give me a moment. Okay, we've got a team together and organized and whatnot. Let's see here. So just since this is going to be a lot of names and roles will be easier to see here, I think this is going to be a pretty cosplay-heavy party, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Gother Mione, which is, I'm pretty sure, a play on Mother Mione from Gridania. That should be fun. Eos is back. We've got Jera, Nyalise, and Luis Nya, two members of the Nyamali, Tulare and Lestara. Let's see, Lestara will be another tank. It looks like we've got 3 tanks. Whatever. When you queue with a full party, you can kind of queue with whatever group layout you want. We've also got 2 healers, whatever. Castrum Meridianum is not all that challenging, really, so this should be a good time. Let's get ourselves in there and see some story, shall we? Including many a cutscene. Castrum Meridianum. Right, I was supposed to read the thing. Can I do it real fast? I can. After a period of relative silence following the calamity, the Serpent Reavers have once again taken to... That's wrong. So begins the 3rd phase of Operation Archon, which entails a full frontal assault upon Castrum Meridianum, Gaius Van Velsar's seat of power. Forming the main thrust, the Immortal Flames will strike at the stronghold with all their strength, though this be but a feint. While the garrison's eyes are drawn outwards, you and your comrades must steal past its defenses and attempt to deactivate the Magitech field, which protects the Praetorium, the fortress within the fortress wherein the ultimate weapons believed to be housed. Okay. Whew. Didn't think that through. Get ready for some scenes. Interspersed throughout. And we're here. Look at our squad. Let's see. All right, we've got Gother Mione looking real fashionable. Look, goodness, so fancy. Let's see what else. We got Eos. Look, oh, very cool. That is a cool look and an amazing staff. I don't know where you got that, but heck, I'm jealous. We got Nyalise, of course. Yes, good to see you. We've got Luis Nya, also extremely good. Gracious. Let's see. Tulare looking very fashionable. Jera. Got so many new faces and names. It's like, this is great. And Lestara. I love that there are plenty of members of Dentalis who I've not really encountered at any point before recording these runs where they volunteer to join in. So this should be a pretty grand old time, in my opinion. All right, let's tank up and get ourselves in there. We got work to do. Now, normally, I'm gonna like not be all hyper optimal here, but normally. You get a party going through here, they're just going to charge through as fast as possible. The tank's not going to wait for any enemies. He's just going to pool dozens of them in one place, get the entire party to wipe them all out as a quick group, and then move on. It's, again, very optimized. That's the cutscene. There it is. Oh dear, our healer has taken a hit. And then I took a hit as well. Not optimal. Sometimes a cutscene ends and things just didn't go like you wanted them to, you know? Hey, y'all pay attention to me, alright? Like, for real. Pay attention to me, then die. Maintain your psyched upness, everyone. Charge! Wait for no one! This is a little more like what Castrum runs tend to look like. And we'll just pool them all up over here. And hopefully not die, like, as completely much this time. That's a little more like it. Perfect. All right. Hello. Boss number 1. Let's mess him up. Don't let that little trip up at the start fool you. This is still probably going to go pretty easily and quickly. We're not hyper-optimized as a party here, but it's not got a reputation for being ultra-challenging. I should probably stop saying that so I don't accidentally embarrass myself, but, you know. There we go. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you had a personal grudge against Magitech armor. Hello. What can I say? I couldn't bear to let you have all the fun. Don't worry, Biggs and Wedge have everything in hand. Truth be told, I think they like having the work of 3 men. Wedge wasn't exactly pleased to be left behind, though, and made quite sure I knew it. I must say, our recent struggles have done wonders for the lad's spirit. I don't even have control of the text speed in here. Given the size of this place, I suspect that there might be an armor or 3 to be had, and here we are. Not as bad as I thought. If I have half of Marcus's talent for mending things, I should be able to get it working again. Listen, Derman, we intercepted an Imperial communication indicating that the Ultima weapon is indeed being housed within the Praetorium. We also learned that the field which protects the compound is powered by no fewer than 3 generator towers. If you're to deactivate the field, you'll need to locate and disable them all. And I'm here to help you do just that. See that chute? It leads to waste disposal. Somewhere nearby, there will be a cerulean facility supplying fuel to the closest of the 3 towers. Find the place and break things. Can do. Go on ahead, Derman. I'll be along as soon as I finish my repairs. And we're back. Okay, just one of the many cutscenes you will get to enjoy on this run. Let's go into the disposal chute. Let's see, shall we do this slow and considered, or fast and reckless? Or should we watch a cutscene again? Great scene. Okay. I'm very glad that they quickly learned this is not a good way to handle story dungeons. But in the meantime, fast and reckless it is. Here we go! Derman ain't got time. He was told to break things. But all right, let's see about breaking some of these things, shall we? You, come here. Y'all pay attention to me. I'm on my way to break things. See? Some unstable paneling, you say. Hey, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt Derman when he's breaking things. Excuse me. Use the incendiary device. There we are. Very good. I'm usually doing an okay enough job tanking these various dungeons, but because this one's weird and I've never had an occasion to actually learn how it's supposed to be run, and I'm also not running it in the fastest way possible that people usually do, I'm doing an especially bad job this time. But the good folks are nice and patient. Okay, next fight. That's one down. And another battle awaits. All right, let's make some short work. So many ads. Let's pretend to run the dungeon, you know? At the very least. For the camera. And it's down. There we go. And that sound you hear is the rest of the party checking their phones for a while. Hi, Sid. There you are. I didn't have the patience to take the long way around. I see you've disabled the first generator. That leaves us with 2. Ah, bugger. That was me, wasn't it? You did blow up in a wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Well, there's nothing for it but to press on. We must see to the remaining generators before the enemy has the chance to regroup. You go on ahead, Durman. I'll bring up the rear. Let's raise some hell. Let's do. All right, then. I'll grab that thing there. Probably gonna want that. Okay, cool. Forward! Really loving how formal Gothermione is here. Here in style. Come on, Sid. Stand back. I'm gonna blast open the bulkhead. You don't have to stand back. Can if you want to, though. Charge! Yep, all of you, come on. Ignore the rest of the crew. Charge! And now we speed run. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. Hi, Imperials. Durman's here. This way. This away, everyone. Come on. Imperials, you could be doing a better job of following. There's so many of them. It's ridiculous. Okay, well, here, why don't we stop and get them all clustered together and do a big fight. There's not actually a whole lot left. I think my party just sort of killed them along the way. Just kind of pounced on the weak and the sick as we herded them this way. Poor Imperials. Okay. Players like to use their little markers to kind of show fellow players where to position to spell things sometimes, especially in dungeons where you kind of have to wait because there's not a whole lot else to do. Because Sid's kind of slow. He isn't a big mech. He just, you gotta wait for Sid. He moves at the speed of Sid. Here he comes. Sid, we've marked the location for you. This might take a while. Watch my back. Almost there. Keep that thing occupied. What the? Okay. Big. Well, let's watch Sid's back. Do some more fights. Where should I point this thing where it's not going to hit too many others? Oh, now it's being helped? It's, oof, boy, that's a lot of stuff sort of assisting it. That's no good. We're kind of burning through it anyway. There we are. It's cool armor. Fine work, Durman. It really wasn't. I'm doing a bad job. Stand clear. I have a mind to loose some fireworks. Diverting all power to cannons. Is that supposed to happen? Damn it. There goes the core. I fear I may have overestimated its maximum operating capacity by a few orders of magnitude. I blame Marcus. Well, we need to find another way to bring down the third generator. We could steal that one. Well, well, the traitor himself, and with his meddlesome friend for company. You see how long the cutscenes make this dungeon? You go on ahead, Derman. I need to get to the bottom of something. On it. Hey, we did it. No thanks to me. Again, not to stress the point over and over, but I'm being very, very sloppy. And this very good group of patient people is carrying me. But it's fine, because we're going to get through it anyway. There we are. Okay. Let's use that key on this terminal. Get ourselves through a door. Through a door. Oh, 2 terminals. There we are. And we're in. Gosh, that's a lot. Let's, sneak around. Go this way. Just kind of ignore everybody who needs them. Hit that terminal. Try to jump. Fail to jump. There we go. This is a bad version. A sloppy version of the sort of routing that people will do when they're running this at top speed for real. That's probably not good. It's me. Are you all right? That's an assault craft you're up against. You don't stand a chance with conventional weapons. You're going to need something big to bring it down. A mortar, a cannon, anything. Hold on, Derman, I'm on my way. Thanks, Ed. Oh. That'll do. Hey, someone want to hit the mortar? Okay. We're being targeted. And there's a lot of enemies left. I guess we should take care of that problem, you know? Come on, enemies. You've all had your fun, but now look at Derman. All right. Don't shoot at me. There we go, and the cannon's been hit yet. The assault craft is hit. Excellent. Keep shooting it with cannons while I pull the attention of this very large thing. Okay, come here. Y'all hit it with cannons, please. Oh goodness, there's 2. Cannons fired? Yeah! Fools. If you're resolved to die here, you might at least have done so without first making a mess of the place. I see that Garland is not with you. More's the pity. I'd hoped to slay him myself. But never mind the traitor for now. I've so looked forward to this meeting. Derman Dirami. Yes, I know much and more about you, about your strength, and your hidden talents. I would sample them firsthand, and you will indulge me. It's fighty times. And once we're done with the other fighty times, you are going to have to take a number, Livius Ostunius. For you see, there's colossi about. Here, you two stand close together, all right? Party, let's burn these things down. That'll do it. And there we go. Okay. Now begins the fights. The proper fights. And the first phase of this fight is kind of a weird one, because you can't really damage her normally. Come on, hero, show me what you can do. Show me everything. So, I'm doing like piddling damage to her right now because you're not supposed to do damage this way. What you're supposed to do is I'm supposed to distract her while the rest of the crew has these little hand things load Magitech missiles into these cannons. Then they aim the cannons at her and fire and do actual damage, which is great. She actually doesn't do a lot of damage to us either. It's, as Eos is demonstrating, it's not a hard fight. But, there will be some other ads that pop in every now and then to be a nuisance. Not because they'll attack you, but because they'll attack the hands that are supposed to be loading missiles, which just slows the fight down further and further. It's not a very hard fight. Again, as our party members are kind of demonstrating by how you can kind of dance through it, literally. We're getting it done, though. I'm gonna aim this cannon. If it'll allow me. I think it will. And fire! There we go. Finally, some damage done. Anyone else? Here come some more shots. Good, good. Almost got it. Is it possible to win this fight just with conventional attacks? I think like the hour-and-a-half timer would run out first, or 2-hour timer. It would take a long time. I'm doing like 4 damage per hit here. It's not great. Someone fire that cannon! Finish the fight! Anyone? There we go. My lord is quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I could not help but wonder whom this prince among men might be. Only to discover that you're but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. I'm cute and I give people snacks. It's very simple. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Ritatin, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less of how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you've done them. If you are allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for, all that is mine by right. My minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius. Well, you cannot have him. I'm not, like, trying to date him. His dreams and ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine. Do you hear me? All mine. I lost everything once before. I will not suffer it to happen again. I'll kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. Well, then we are at an impasse, aren't we? Only your death can bring me out of this dungeon. So bad news. Here we go. Fights! You will not take any more from me. You say that. This is just much more of a straight-up fight. There's not much to it mechanics-wise. There might be a danger puddle somewhere. Maybe. Or maybe some ads. Oh, there we go. Hey, some ads. You lot, make yourself useful. Ads, come on in. Come on. All of you focus on me, please. I said all of you. Hey, focus. It doesn't matter, we've almost got this handled. Oh, geez, big one. Tall. Hey, don't knock me around. There we go. No, it's happening all over again. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. My Lord Gaius. Another poor fool who craved Gaius's affection over all else. May her soul know rest. 'Tis a miracle no harm has come to you, my friend. One for which I will happily give thanks. And the wonders do not end there. Truthfully now, did you really mean to send that assault craft crashing into the generator tower? If you did, you're a bloody liar. If you didn't, well, you're too modest. Whichever you are, you've managed to open the way to the Praetorium. The only problem is we can't reach it on foot. Nay, we'll need to take the Enterprise. I left her at the cerulean processing plant, so let's regroup there. This is it, Derman. The final confrontation awaits. It do. We near the end. That was loud. But yay! Good job, everyone! Despite everything! I'm getting so many pets. And I'm so very on fire. That's okay. I'm not the only one. Thank you to all of our fine guests, including the Nyamali. I'm glad we've gotten to see all three of you at this point. It's some impressive cat-themed cosplay. And impressive gear and fashion and everything. Thank you all ever so much. The Dantalis Theater Company has been wonderful, just in general. It's been a delight. Let's have an emote for the occasion. Thank a lot of you. A little heart and everything. All right, we need to see what other quests there are out here, because yes, we're like not gonna go charging into the next big fight, but tomorrow's episode I get the feeling is gonna be chunky. But anyway, that's a problem for the future. Raban! I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Praetorium stripped of its defenses, the way to the Ultima weapon lies open. The time has come for the final phase of Operation Archon. Yes, it has, but not today. Okay, we're gonna call it an episode here. Thanks for watching. Next episode is probably going to be, well, not the finale for A Realm Reborn, but we are gonna hit credits on A Realm Reborn. And if that doesn't make sense, don't worry, I will explain it tomorrow, or Friday. It's also going to be a very long episode. I'm gonna give you a warning right now. Very long. It'll be good though, trust me. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you again soon for credits on A Realm Reborn. It's so exciting. Take care, all of you, and goodbye.